any modifications. Oh yeah, living life. Oh no, I forgot my bloody charger. Did I? Oh, it's the charger. 1 sec. Oh no. So, hello. Whilst I'm finding my charger, which is... Oh, please say you're in here. Oh no. Alright, 1 second. Oh no. Right. Okay. So, it has been a couple of days since we did this last thing, and I have to say, the last session, I wouldn't call it, I would not call the last session circuit bending, to be honest. The last session, what we did was we added external triggers into it, which means that we could control it with your other things. It's like what I like to do with modifying things is make them work together, basically, not working in isolation. So now you can, let's say you have 2 circuit bend things, well, you could trigger them both together. So now we've just got it on the BeatStep Pro. You know. Oh, you get it out there. Oh, some angry stuff. So the plan is today we're actually going to take we're going to do the circuit bending, which is not what we did yesterday. I'm just going to get on the comments, and I looked at some things. Some people mentioned that it was sacrilege what I'm doing. This is possibly true, and it's potential that it is quite a sacrilegious thing, but some days you just gotta go for it. And I'm just getting ready. I'm sorry, I went live and then I just remembered a bunch of things. So come on, this gets really oh, it doesn't do it. Come on. Hey, okay, so yeah, right, okay, so what we're gonna, I tell you what, I had a plan with this all along. I had this big fancy plan, but then I'll explain it in a bit, but it might be a bit too involved for what I think would make a good circuit bending thing, and it might not really work as a live stream. So I'll explain it all in a sec. But anyway, we're gonna unplug the sequencer for right now. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna leave it plugged in because we're obviously gonna be running it still. Oh well. I'm gonna get a drum beat going, so it's just always going. Right, we're slowing it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it around. I'll show you what we've got. What we've got is on the back. Since last time, I've replaced the switch that we put in last time. That is the only thing that I think I've actually done since the last stream. So initially, the plan was, I'll open it up first actually, I'll get this circuit. Also, you'll see that there's a bit of plastic cut out here. That means we've got loads of real estate to add switches because there's quite a lot of distance between the circuit board and the panel. So we can actually get some switches and potentiometers underneath there. Now the whole concept of circuit bending is just to explore the unlimited alternative circuits that have been placed out in front of you that are not yet wired in. So let's say initially the design meant that this wire went over to there. Well, what if instead of it went over to there, it also went over to there? that's just adding. You jump in. You're an interdimensional circuit explorer, exploring the circuit world, and you just don't know what you're doing. But on the back of this was the plan that I actually was trying to. I figured this out the other day, and this was what I was going to do. But then I realised there was a flaw. So my plan was, if you look at, this is the main brain, this is the CPU. I'm not going to say proper computer terms because, yeah. So that's the CPU, that's the thingamajiggy blob. And there's another one, which is the one that makes the noise. That's the noise chip. And if you look carefully, I don't know, I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in. Have you used the C64 SID to its full potential? I mean, I've used it a lot. I mean, what's the full potential? I don't know. I've got a SID that is all of the outputs are wired into inputs from the modular. Just sounds like a noise. So if we look at how's the stream health anyway? I'm just gonna pause for a second, just literally a split second to see if I'm definitely on Wi-Fi. We're definitely on Wi-Fi. So right here, this part, you see these wires right here. You'll see that they're all going together collectively over to here. These are address pins. This is what the CPU. There's 8 of these, so it's 8 bits of data is being sent over to tell the computer sound chip what to do. And if you notice over here, there's also a bunch. There's 8 pins coming from here to whatever this thingamajiggoop is, and there's another 8 pins. It looks like data lines and address lines potentially or something over to these. And what do you mean? There's oh fudging heck! Is it updated? Oh, for God's sake. Hello, has it come back? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, man, I hate the computers. No. Oh, man, I hate the computers. No picture. No. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, is it back? Is it back? Oh, God damn it. Can you hear me? Hello? Oh, for fudge's sake. Fuck. Yes. Oh, is it there? As in, you can hear me, but there's no audio. Oh, I mean, there's no picture. Turned black. We hear you. Oh, for God's sake, what is wrong with this damn thing? I could see it. You're a piece of poo. I hate all sucks. Right. Why the hell? It's literally, there's no reason for that. Okay, is it back now? Oh, for fuck's sake. I fucking hate technology. It's fucking wanky. Well, that's just ruined the stream completely. Fuck. Oh, well. All the fucking comments are gone now. Oh, no, they're not. We're back. All good. Oh, okay. I've been swearing right next to the computer, next to the phone. God, I hate technology. It could just bugger off. Well, I don't know. No, I take it for granted. It was amazing what these things can do. Sometimes they just get goofed up. That was really annoying. I don't know. It's maybe I went off the YouTube app to check if it was on Wi-Fi because I'm streaming with a phone. Maybe when I went back on the YouTube app, the camera got used by something else and it got blocked out or something. I don't know. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. So right here, like I was saying, I don't know whether you saw these or not. I can't remember the last time. Well, so these 8 pins, these 8-bit pins are usually, and the ones here are usually the most interesting parts when you're circuit bending an instrument like this. The reason why is because if you mangle with these, you mess up the data. It's imagine this is like Chinese whispers. This chip is whispering to this chip. Well, if you're shouting over this chip and be like, this chip was trying to say, I don't know, Sigourney Weaver's got an angry beaver, and it's shouting to this one, Sigourney Weaver's got an angry beaver. But no, whispering, Sigourney Weaver. But you're like, and then if this one's like, Sigourney Weaver's invited me to the barbecue in Belarus, like, you know, you're messing it up, and that is completely messing up the thing. And then sometimes when you're messing around, this is what you do when you would get back. You go like that, and it will make it go. Oh, we'll have a look at that in a second. What I was actually going to do is use was go one step further. And this is the problem: is there's a level of when creativity and kind of knowing things starts limiting creativity in a way. Because the thing is this, like, these wires go high and low. They go up to 5 volts and then they pull it down to ground again. This one's always sending 5 volts of ground or whatever to this. And if you're fudging around with this, slowly you're sort of putting excess stress onto this chip, because if you're wiring these things, let's say accidentally, to something that's connected to ground, let's say you're connecting this one to another one next to it, and that means this chip is fighting when it's trying to go up to 5 volts, it's trying to fight to get down to ground, like it's trying to fight the ground, and over time that may wear this out. I mean, I haven't really had circuit bending circuits that have worn out like this, but it can happen. I haven't seen it. Well, maybe I've seen it a couple, I don't know, but it's just a danger. But the thing is, so what I was going to do was I was going to cut the tracks, and then I was going to wire 1K resistors from here to there. That means that if we send these pins to ground that is listening to these, that at least there's a 1K bit of resistance that stops this shorting, you know, momentarily shorting itself a little bit. But then I figured that is going to be one boring ass live stream. And the other thing is, if you are starting and getting the spirit of circuit bending, you don't need to worry about this crap. Like, yes, it may wear out over a very long amount of time, but it might just break normally anyway. So that just, like, if you didn't know what you were doing, you'd just do that anyway. You wouldn't put 1K resistors, you wouldn't worry about that because you wouldn't give a damn. So we're not actually going to do what I was planning to do, which was, I'll tell you now, I was going to cut those, put 1K resistors between there and there, which means we can intercept the circuit here and then send through transistors or things called 4066s, which are kind of gates that let like electronic switchy kind of things for 5 volt applications or different voltage. And then I was going to send different pulses in there and make it control voltageable so you could trigger the different bends. But I realized quite quickly that, number one, that's going to be a lot of boring soldering that isn't going to be very interesting watching in a live stream format. It might be better as an edited video. And number two, it's just going to be a faff, because somebody trying to replicate that, well, they're going to have to do some fiddly soldering, because like those tracks are pretty close together. I already started it, and if you can see there, I've already done a bit of soldering there, but I've already taken it off because I was like, you know what? This would mean that the stream would take like 10 hours and people would be like, Jesus Christ, man, this is just boring. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back. I'm going to delete a bunch of my worries about this chip, and we're literally going to go with the whole spirit, the original spirit of Christmas, I mean circuit bending, and we're just going to go get a few wires, lick our fingers, go blah, 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 and we're going to do it that way. Then we're going to find out some good bends, and then we're going to put switches on here that are between good bends. And then after that, if we still got time today, or maybe the next time, is doing the pitch mod. Or maybe we do the pitch mod first. I'm not sure. But let's get a couple of circuit bends, and then let's do the pitch job. I know Spectrum DIY. Thanks for the comment. I've found that I've seen this as a thing across the board. I think listening to comments, especially positive, because there's so many. There's equal positive and negatives about live streams. People have, if you look at the comments, they're like, it's like, it'd be good if you made this in an edited short form format. Yes, but then I may as well do a proper video of it. So that's why I'm doing the live stream on this thing. Right, let's start. Let's get some circuit bending going. This is going to be fun. So, like I said, if you wanted to get into circuit bending and if you want to try this stuff out, number one, do it on battery power components. Make sure it's not plugged into the mains and it isn't a mains item. Another thing, if you look over here, this thing takes a 12 volt input. This is 12 volts. Most of this circuit, you can tell quite quickly, is a 5 volt circuit. This digital stuff is either 5 volts or 3.5 volts. Well, it's 5 volts because it's got a 5 volt regulator, but it could easily in other circuits be 5 volts. This bit over here, if you look right here, there's a big capacitor, this stuff and that. You want to stay away from this. You don't want to fudge around with this when you're making random connections over here, because luckily humans are humans. We sometimes design, sometimes not, but sometimes design things. I repair musical instruments and I am at work today. This live stream does make for great listening. Cool. I have a Roland SP808X. I'd love someone to bend those. Why don't you do it? Why don't you try it yourself? Because hopefully you might see that it's a little bit possible. So this stuff over here, most of it is either 12 volts because it sends 12 volts in here, or it's just doing power stuff. Don't worry about that. Don't wire that stuff into that stuff, because you could. I've done it before. Everybody's done it before that's tried this. You wire something into that, you're liable to pop it. So the good bends are usually around these bits, but we're not going to limit ourselves, because that's another thing is now I know where the good bends might be. I'm sort of in my head when I started this, I was going to limit myself to just doing those bits kind of periodically. No, we're just going to mess it around. I'm deleting a bunch of brain, and like I said, with the power over here, it doesn't always mean that, but it's a good role to just stay the fudge away from that if you're not sure what you're looking at. If I look here, like you can see that there are stuff over here that goes over here that is all 5 volts. Like this is all control stuff. But up here, if you accidentally wire up over around here, then you're in 12 volt territory and stuff like that, because it looks like you've got the power amp, you've got the amplifier potentially. Oh no, the amplifier's coming from elsewhere. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's start. Let's get a wire. Let's turn it on and let's get fudging. Let's get fudging. Let's get the fudge on. Ooh. Right, first, what we're going to do is we're going to find either A, you can get your fingers. I'm going to do the finger approach in a little bit. The finger approach. I'm going to get a bit of wire. Snippy, snippy. And we're just going to fudge with it. By the way, the whole aim of this is not to make it sound like Pachelbel cannon. It's to make it sound like Pachelbel's literal cannon. You know, you don't want it sounding like, woohoo, yeah. It won't. Like, you're coming into this thinking you're going to make a beautiful symphony. You're going to make a beautiful poo. Right, so we're listening. Right, let's just fudge around. Like I'm just going to connect this address line to that. And then it already crashes. So you've got to be careful. Maybe that's that line. I might have already blown it, you know. That's another thing. It might just, so I'm going to fudge around with these first. I was fiddling around with this. Oh, yeah. And then it gets back into the rhythm of it. Also, you can do this with your finger. No, you can't. Not on there. Yeah. Nah, not much joy with fingers on this one. But you know when it stops like that, that means it's crashed. You've fudged it. Some sort of protection circuit has happened. You just turn it back on and turn it off again. Or you can add a reset switch. The plan with this circuit bend actually isn't to add infinite possibilities, because you could add a patch bay into loads of things and make it really cool. What we're going to do is, because this is going on the museum wall, you want it to be easily noticeable what things can do. So we're just going to find some good bends, add some switches, put them on there. So let's just go for it. Let's just add some wire. Let's add some switches, shall we? So let's put one between this and this. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we're going from I'm going to add a reset circuit. We're going to go from 6 to 8. We're literally just going to add a wire, a switch. That's all we're going to do. You can add potentiometers, but they're not as much joy with these kind of things sometimes. Also, remember with circuit bending, hot glue can be your friend, because these wiggle over time and get broken off. So when you're messing around with it, maybe think about sometimes adding a bit of hot glue. But we're going to add a switch to that one. Screw it, let's do it. And like I said, if you're joining now, I'm not doing any protection on the circuit board or on the chips or on the inputs and outputs, purely because this is a bit of fun. So let's just see, and then we can see how long this actually lasts. And now I'll tell you when it breaks, if it does, which it won't, hopefully. Sometimes you'll win. Right, so we're going to get our soldering iron. get the solder. Zoom in on that stuff right there. So it was pin 6, and I've just picked this at random. So this is just the first bend. We may as well just jump in at the deep end and just get going. The great thing is the more bends you like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just add a bit more. Oh, this soldering irons, add it. I don't really need a new soldering tip. I just keep on forgetting to get one. This is partially the reason why I wasn't going to do the 1K thing, because this my soldering iron's not up to the challenge of doing surface mount, but it was a little bit risky, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to fudge this up on the live stream. But it's just, I think personally that would just be a little bit, I wouldn't watch that myself. I'd watch an edited version of that, but this is for fun. This is like wiring up. So we're putting this on. Oh, I've accidentally, this soldering iron, oh my God, I really, can somebody put a note to Sam? Purchase new soldering iron tip. It's broken. Right, so we've got this wire, make it all wired up. So this is going to flip around. First thing I really want to check, actually, I'm going to unplug this. Let's just get that over there. I'm just going to see what kind of depth and whether the switches will actually fit underneath this. Because if it does, then we really can I'm just literally going to shove them anywhere. This is bodging. This is super bodging. We're going to be bodging till the cows come home on this one, I'm afraid. We've got loads of space. Okay, that's really good news. So I can just drill a hole anywhere. And I'm just going to make it freeform, you know, just freeform. Just freeform it, you know. I've just got to get a drill bit. Find the right drill bit for the job. They're all wrong, but they'll do just fine. Oh, that's nasty. Right, where am I putting it? Just take some like sandpaper and tip. It will do it in a pinch. No, it won't, because it's snapped. That's the problem. I've got the end of it snapped off. But you can't put sandpaper on it. That completely fudges it. Well, I've done it. I've done that before, and yes, it works for like 5 minutes, and then it's fudged again. But maybe you're using kryptonite sand solder. Right, I'm just putting it here. We're starting here. And remember, the perfect combination is electronics and metal filings. They go together like Daphne and Celeste. Right, where's that switch gone? Where did it go? So the switches that I'm going to use, you can purchase these. I get these from Rapid Electronics. You go on the categories. You can get them in Mouser if you're in America. Go to, I don't know, or anywhere. Just search up. These are called mini toggle switches. This is an on-on switch. Means that if you push it this way, it's on with these 2 pins. If you push it this way, it's on with these 2 pins. And it's a single pole dual throw SPDT. You like that, do you? Do you like that, punk? They together like birds and gallium. Tidying my stuff out. Good job. Good jobs all around. Right, this is the test just to double check that we are actually gonna fit. We're gonna fit this switch. So this is it. I'm quite like this. So I'm not really thinking about this. I'm just having fun. Not thinking about all the consequences of wiring in inputs into outputs and multiple inputs into multiple inputs and worrying about it all getting tired and worn out. I'm just going with the flow, you know. It's liberating. Actually, I'm gonna do this more often. Actually, just make my technical brain just forget it all. Forget what I've learned over this time and just do it like I used to. Right, so. Oh, it's on. There was a capacitor charge in there. I just felt that on my tongue. Woo. Right, okay, I'm going to make this a little bit shorter. Just to make it a little bit neater. Drugs, man. What are you saying about? Uncommon. UK with It's all about the fun. Maplin. Oh, man, Maplin. Remember Maplin? Oh, man. Right, so this is going to be the... Oh, I did that wrong. Right, I'm snipping that up again. Right, so plonk this in. Are we going to have it on, up, or down? Down. We're going to have it on when it goes down. So we're going to flick this. Ho chihuahua. Ho chihuahua. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, we could add a resistor between the two of them, but no. You know what? This is about having fun. And resistors are not fun at parties. Capacitors, though, wow, they go out with a bang. Oh, no, this could be taken many different ways. Right, so let's see how well that sits. Oh, what's going on here? So yeah, there's plenty of depth, but it's a little bit too. It's very close. So if I do, I could put some tape underneath it. That's very close. And they can't resist. They like drinking it. Yeah. Oh yeah, nothing like a Kronenberg 1664. I don't know why I got thrown at Kronenberg 1664. It's a nice concentration beer with circuit bending. Right, so we got that one. I'm going to plug it in. We're going to have a listen to that. I'm going to turn it on from underneath the bottom. Oh, it's already on. We're back to normal, and then turn it on. And it's just going mental. So that's a cool one. This is the thing. So we're going to take the next one along. We're going to keep on going. And we're going to add some random circuits. And then if you want to do this, you can. Because there's nothing stopping you. Where's my random stray wire? Oh, well, I've lost it. So I'm going to get another one. We're going to just add a few more of these kind of things over here. We're just going to add a couple more. So I'm going to fiddle around. Try and find a couple of good ones. Now we'll see. Then the great thing is you can see what they're both like together. Right. Right, there's a quick one. I'll do that again. I'll show you it. So there's a funky little one between these two. The great thing is this wire is already connected to it, so we just need to get another wire going out. We'll make this a 3-core kind of affair with this. So we'll get another wire that's sort of that length. And we'll put a switch next to it, or we'll put above it, because we haven't really decided how we're going to do this yet. So let's get this. Let's get this on. God, this soldering tip is really annoying. Absolutely bloody had it. Basically the end of it broke off yesterday, so just a little bit like a stumpy soldering tip. Oh my god, what the hell? It's a bit goofy. Oh, how did it get onto the ground plane? Oh, there's plenty of solder tip, solder stuff before, solder mask. Right, I'm just gonna wrap this around. So keep it sort of neat. The thing is if you keep on going, you could just do this till the cows come home. Till the moos come home, to the noise of the sound of the symphony of love, cow love. Move out the way, I want to get moving with my cow love in the club. Moo, moo, moo. Right, who cares about the wires sitting about? We're just going to drill. Remember, it's freeform. Freeform jazz. Well, hey, don't push too hard. You don't want it flipping out and hitting you in the balls. Right, so remember, keep all of the iron filings in there because they're really good for electronics. Or maybe not. Yeah, lovely. Right, I've got to see if I've got another switch. That'll do the job. I tell you what's a weird song. Oh, I didn't think about it until today. It was like Sex Bomb. That is creepy. It just came into my head like that with Tom Jones. It's a Sex Bomb. It's like, wow, that's a creepy song. Creepy. But hey, keeps him happy. Since he made the air vents with a step bit. What's that? Right, so I'm just going to add this. We're going to add another switch. And this is the cool thing. You could just keep on going. Keep on going, people. Just add in switches. And then people can flick the switches. I'm going to see... I'm getting a bachelor's degree in electronics this year because of your videos. Ah, that's cool. Well, it's not going to be hard to be better than me at electronics. And you know, you're going to be good in a stead. Just don't try and do these kind of things in front of a university lecturer, or you will get told off. They'll be like, oh, that's not academic. Oh no. Oh, that doesn't look like it was described in the textbook. Oh no. You can't be doing that. You've got to do this. I mean, not that it's wrong. I mean, people need to make rockets fly. So, good luck. It's a useful degree. It's more useful. I went to university for about a year. It was a big old waste of money. But I did a creative degree, and that was the dumbest thing in the world. Like, I don't understand why you go and do a creative degree. I only realised until after. It was like, why did I do a degree on something that is gauged creatively? How does that work? Why did I not just go and try and get practical experience? That's what was running through my brain. Anyway, enough chuffing about that. So what I'm doing now is I'm soldering a wire between the middle pin of this switch, and I'm going to go over to the the other switch, the green one. Books are nice. Books are nice. Oh, what have I said? Oi. Sorry, Christian, I don't know what it meant. Let me know what I said that's oyable. Almost as if the education system is balked. Nah, yeah, I don't know. Right, so we got 2 circuit bends there. Let's see what they sound like. Okay. Okay, it sounds like crap, which is always good. Smoking some solder, yeah. Right, so the next thing we're gonna do is, I think actually now we got that, I sort of want to jump into the pitch bend. I think that might be the fun next job to do, just to keep the variation going, and then we'll go back and add some more circuit bends. And then we're gonna do this for another hour and a half and see where we're at. So the next one is adding, so this is what I said last time. I'm not really a fan of LDRs. They're a little bit spanky, if I'm honest. And I've just realised I haven't got a printout, but we will use LDRs. I'll use them. It's just I've never really liked them because they always vary in the environment. But you're right. Let's just do it. Let's just go for it. So I've completely forgot what the pinout of these are. Oh no, they haven't got like notes on them. Oh, damn it. So I'm going to just search up the notes on this. And it, actually, yeah, we'll add an LDR. And we could even add an LDR to this. I'm going to add a CV input to this as well. But first, we'll do LDRs. Let's do it. I've never really done LDR. You know, the touch points on circuit bends as well. But that doesn't mean we can't try it today. It's all about experimentation, kids. So this is a Circuit Benders LTC. Circuitbenders.co.uk. Circuitbenders.co.uk. Oh no, I'll Circuit Benders. I'm just going to type in LTC 1799 pinout. I usually have this on my wall because I use them so much, and then got to make sure I've got the right one. Okay, so 5 volts is the top, ground is the bottom. Then we put a frequency pot between these two. I usually go for 100k. These are all about different capacitor choices, and then the output's this one on the top. So this is when we potentially get the hot glue out. This is when we potentially get out the hot glue. Yeah, be careful what you visit. You could easily spell that a little bit wrong. So remember, so the top pin, which is, oh, you're up here. You're right up here. This one up there. It's not like NPCs are responsible for the birth of hip hop or anything. Hop hip. 5 volts and ground. We can wire that in first. Luckily, we have the 5 volts and ground here from this voltage regulator. We could piggyback off the top of that. It'll get messy, but messy's my middle name. And it looks quite nice to stick it there, so I might just work it. And I did say that there was 2 crystals. There's one here and there's one there in the last stream. This one feels loose. That's weird. Oh, annoyingly. Yeah, so we can get at it from the top. I was worried that we weren't going to get to it from the top. We can solder. So the great thing is you don't need to disconnect the crystals. You can just, the crystals don't oscillate strong enough for it to affect it when the LTC 1799 is wired in. The thing is, what this is, so what this LTC 1799 is, it's a high-speed oscillator. What it means is it oscillates like a 555 chip, let's say, for instance, but a really high frequency. We're talking in the, what is it, megahertz? Not sure. And so what we do is this goes up to 5 volts and down to as ground, you know, at a speed of a megahertz or some crazy thing. You adjust it. And the crystal is a passive thing. So when you wire the output of this that's going up and down 5 volts and ground into the crystal, either one of the legs, it's just going to completely fudge with that and just overtake it. And when you remove it, the crystal starts working again. So you wire it over there, you wire it over there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the 5 volts and the ground, which are the first 2. I've just looked at the pin out. Oh, what's happened? Why are people saying poop? What did I say is poop? Who's pooped? Why has everybody pooped? I'm confused. I think I've forgotten what I said that was poop. LTC Mayor of Simpleton. I'm not sure what that is either. What's the mayor of... What does that mean? What does it even mean? Right, so... best drum pads. Oh, the person who commented that the DD5 has the best drum pads is going to be a little bit offended when I turn this around. No, I'm sorry, mate. Why can't I zoom out? People just being weird. That's just the world, the magical world of Warcraft. All right, so this is the 5 volts. So white wire is ground, green wire is 5 volts. Same here on these. So we wire the... Let's just do it. Fudge it. Fudge it. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, what a lovely day. Okay. Snip those bad boys. Oh, snippety, snippety. Woo! Burn my fingers in the process. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, come on. Sufficiently messy, but whatever. So we've got this. Now that is wired in. That's got the power. We've got the power. So now we're going to get 2 wires going to a potentiometer. You can either use, I don't know, it depends what potentiometer you want to use. I usually go for these ones. I go for what, 100k. Oh, that's a buggered 100k. but you can use a 10k. So we got a 100k resistor, potentiometer, variable resistor. Snip the top of it off. So you only need it between one of these sides and the middle. Can't remember exactly which. I'm going to go with these two. And if the twist feels the wrong way round, we take the wire from here and pop it over there. It's as easy as that. So, going to make a nice long wire coil. And then, so we can put the potentiometer on the front when we know it's going to work. It's funny because there's a Chris who's helping us with the... We're wiring up the museum right now to try and get it so you can call in and talk, ring up any of the simps and stuff. Hello, Chris. I think you might be watching. He was offered to do moderation. So I totally forgot to sort that out. So don't be saying no crazy stuff. But yeah, the museum, you'll be able to call in, hopefully either A, on a phone, or B, on a computer. There'll be a live stream of it, and then you can ring up people who are at the museum. You can ring up people in the toilet in the museum, even if you wanted to. You can ring up Techmoan on the announcer. You can ring up any of the synthesizers. That would be pretty damn cool, won't it? So it'll be good. And there should be a game of that you can play Connect 4 and stuff like that. Making a couple of hot dogs. Can you fax? Well, when we sort out an old fax machine, then yeah, you could use the Bordeaux code. There's even right now in the works, there is a Cosmo that you can talk to over the Bordeaux code that is happening. A cool fellow by the name of MarkNet is sorting out a Cosmo that you can talk to via Bordeaux code. That's going to be cool. Make sure it's going to go to 13. Obviously, you've always got to make sure the knobs go to 13 now. That was in the 70s. We're up to 13 now. Right, so... Oh, for God's sake. So these two wires go... get them in there. Get in there! Oh, yeah. Here we go. Is the stream of the Google clock still working? Yeah, of course it is. It definitely didn't explode in a thunderstorm. Right, so it's the lack of specific tutorials that get me, but printed blinded, the manual is priceless. So now we got this. So the other side, these 3 wires, we'll think about that in a minute. Because I don't know what specifically this clock runs at. Doesn't bloody say. I should say. I can't remember. So I'm gonna wire a wire going over there onto the crystal and see what happens. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna cut another wire. This is the output wire. We're gonna solder it onto the... I've just stabbed myself with the wire. It's never fun. Get the wire hanging out. Get that solder. Good soldering. Right, so we've got the wire. So this is oh, it's okay. It's okay. Right, so what we're going to do is this crystal, which I spoke about in the last stream, what we do is this is controlling the speed of the sound chip, which is underneath here. This is going to attempt to overtake that crystal oscillator. Why has it got 2 crystals? Good question. Well, that crystal's for the CPU. This crystal's for the audio. The CPU, because this is controlling the patterns and stuff like that, I don't think this one's going to be very interesting to use. This is the one where it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to plug it in. We're going to press play. Already got a bit of problems. Why is it not working? Have I just broken it? Huh. Ah! Okay, I've wired it in the wrong way round. Oh, what have I just... Oh, I'm an utter donk. I've wired this upside down. I should have looked at the pin out when I was doing it. Okay, I've just burnt my finger sufficiently. So instead of this way round... this way around. Circuit. If anybody's watching this and knows circuit benders, next time can you please put labels on this? Just burnt my bleeding finger. Right, okay, I'm going to solder that in properly now. So 5 volts and ground on here. Put it the right way around. So yeah, learn from your mistakes. Hopefully if you're following this, you decided to watch to the end first, like nobody ever does. I'm going to watch to the end before I start doing this project. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. That will be the sensible thing. The instructions say to read to the instructions fully to the end. And that's exactly what I'll do. It's not like I'm just going to start. No, that would be absolutely irresponsible of me. Yeah. We all know. Just don't touch it. That was hot. So this is burnt. The sad thing is these are kind of expensive. Well, they're like £3 or £4 each, I think. Not very fun. You can make them yourself if you order just the chip, but it's just a bit of a faff. These are really good because you can actually wire them to pin headers and then you can drop them into sockets. So if I was a bit more forward thinking, that's what I'd do. And that's what I usually do, but I'm feeling a bit fruity and just a little bit more freeform today. Freeform jazz! I'm not a jazz guy, so this is a bit out of my depth, out of my realm. Where's that an excessively long drum solo I ordered? With loads of weird timing signatures. And the drummer's got a slightly orgasmic face expression. How am I supposed to dance to this? Right, okay, we're back to square one. Okay, that sounds better. Okay, that's what it's supposed to sound like. Right, where's the... Oh! Okay, so the samples have a lot of high-end stuff that when you pull it down, the clocks are actually audible. Like a lot of the high frequencies are audible then, so it's very high. So I'm gonna increase this to a 1M resist. Right, let's try it on this one. Yeah, I figured. It doesn't really fudge with it. It just fudges with the speed of the... So what I'm doing is I'm just getting the output wire. Like I explained before, you don't need to remove the crystal because the crystal is passive and this is an active thing. This has got more oomph to overtake the crystal. It doesn't damage the crystal, just burns your finger. And then you wire this just to one of the legs. It doesn't matter which leg on the crystal. You could do this on any real machine that's sort of got a crystal. Like you could do it on the Game Boy. The Game Boy Mega Machine has got a bunch of these in it. You could do it on... Oh, I've run out of ideas now. My head's gone blank. Whatever's got a crystal, Furbies. Furbies are a little bit more tech, a bit weirder. But yeah, you could use this. And yeah, a lot of things work. A lot of things really don't work. I didn't do this on Patreon because I wanted to show people circuit bending. Patrons, there's a lot of different types of live streams on it, but I'm going to try and do one live stream on Patreon a week, and then one live stream of a couple a month public. That's the new resolution. So if people appreciate it, if you want to see more, go and check it out on Patreon, if not, and whatnot. And this will go in the museum as well, and you can play on it. Anyway, we've got this, and you could use it on delay pedals, yes, only if they're digital delays. But you could adjust non-digital ones in different ways, but likely it'll be running on a slower thing. Oh, shucks. Chorus is basically a fast delay, so yeah. Right, okay, so we got that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the resistance of this. You can actually change the oscillations here, the speeds, but it just I think I'm on the right one. I just need more range. So I'm looking in my potentiometer box. I'll be back in a second. I'm trying to find a 1M potentiometer, which I don't know whether I've got any, which is a bit sad. Oh, please, please, please. Oh no. Come on, give me a 1M. I'll bring him over. Give me a 1M resistor, baby. I need a 1M potentiometer. Oh, I've got a whole bag of them. Oh, that is so good. Well, 3 of them. Awesome. All right, I'm going to use that. It's all part of bending. What's part of bending? It's the components values you're looking at for insight. Hi guys, I just arrived at that what chip thing hanging on the green wires. 500k pop, 1M. He's tuning the thing. Why is everyone watching this just a circuit? Okay, right. We're going to put this one in instead of, we're going to unplug this now. So we're going to put this in. You could still use these things. And also the other thing is, if I couldn't find a 1M resistor, I had another plan. And that was to add a switch. The thing is, you just work with what you've got. And I was going to add a switch to one of these wires with a resistor. So you could set 2 depths. You could have really low and normal. That's what the plan would have been. So these are really long, but I'm just going to do it anyway. So we got this. Oh, going to dangle this along. Dangle your jangle. Dangle the jangle on the... Oh, look at me. I'm professional. Look at that. Give it a snippety snip snip. Snip 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 3.0. Just snip it anyway. Give it a snip. You can not so far. I've looked so okay. Right. Oh. Those bits of metal have gone somewhere, but I don't know where. So first off, we're gonna put it on max, see what happens. If you cutting the crystal doesn't make a difference. So I explained it earlier. Why the crystal, you don't need to remove it. You just don't. It doesn't do anything because the crystal's passive. You're in essence you're stopping it from working when you're sending it to 5 volts and ground constantly. Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a switch on this so you can turn it on and off, and we're just literally gonna wire it to that bit. So we're going to get another wire like... So actually, the next thing we're going to do, going to get the hot glue gun out. Right, I'm just going to wait for that to warm up, just looking at this. So what did I say? We're going to add a switch so we can turn this on or off. These are all, basically, I'm just running through the kind of bog standard common circuit bending kind of things. So you can just try this. These pitch circuits are still for sale, I think. They're still available on circuitbenders.co.uk. So, if you've got a toy, you see a crystal that looks either like that or a metal can, just bash it on. Ooh, what's that? Oh no, I don't want to miss that on eBay. No. Oh god, I've got to focus. Oh, this is hard. You know when you're bidding on something on eBay and you, oh no. Oh no! Oh, an 8-minute one. I'm gonna forget in 8 minutes that I need to chuck in a final bid. Right, so I'm just gonna solder this on. eBay.com/ I hope it don't go past my budget range. eBay.com, it's really sad because there's a few bids on it already, which means Some people are interested. It's really annoying. I love the ones where you're like, okay, I'm going to leave it to the last minute to bid, even though there's no bids, and then you find out you're the only bidder. It's like, what? I thought, but this went for, that same thing went for loads of money the other day. Why has nobody bidded on this one? What? Sometimes sometimes a bit jammy, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense. It's very strange, eBay, sometimes. Right, so I'm just going to solder that on down. Okay, I've just got to remind me in about, okay, just got to remind me in about 21.26. Remind me at 21.25. Last second eBay bidder. I did that many times. You mean you did? Well, you do. I'm a last second eBay bidder. I find that it's the most, it's not rude because it's just going to save everybody, well, who's trying to buy it, money, because if you're bidding on it constantly, well, you're just driving up the prices and people are going to think they want it more. So the only way you're going to get to pay what you want for it is doing it last minute. It's just my thought. I used to automate and use eBay snipers, but then they actually started getting a bit unreliable, and I missed out on really important ones. So I've just started going back to doing it the old-fashioned way. Right, I'm just getting some hot glue. Does anybody think I'm a bumhead for doing last-minute stuff? But yeah, eBay sniping, it started getting really unreliable recently. Yeah, it's about leaving it. Who can leave it literally to the last second? It's like I've got a bit of a dab hand at, you know, the last second. I stand in exactly the same place in wherever I'm bidding to know, like, you know, you're gonna get it done. Okay, right. Well, that's the thing. It's the only way to do it. Unless you want to end up annoyingly driving the prices up, and you want to still get it. If you wouldn't bid on it like on a 9 day, you know, 9 day, and if it's still got 9 days to go, it would just be crazy. Right. So I'm going to add a. So I've just bugger. What have I done? So I've got a switch here. This switch is for the timing, like we did before. So I'm going to put it. Just realised it's a little bit fluffy. So I'm going to put it right here, because why not? I'm feeling fruity. Let's go in here. Actually, I'm going to put it. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. No, I'm going to put it here. Like I said before, metal filings and are electronics' best friend. Oh my god. And then tugging things just for no reason are also. Okay. Oh no, please don't spam me eBay in 3 minutes. Oh no. Everybody can find out, search up in the music category and try and find out what I'm trying to bid on. Or am I throwing your tracks? I might not even bid on it. Actually, I haven't even looked at what price it's at. It might have gone past. I just looked at the time. Oh, that's good. Ooh. Oh, I've just got to double check. Is it definitely posted? Yeah. The worst ones is when you bid on something last minute and you forget to check if it's collection only, and you have to find yourself on a bloody long road trip because you didn't bloody look at the description correctly. It's happened a couple of times. And then you need to face the person because you last minute bidded. Even though I have a couple of times got things for a bit cheap and felt a bit guilty and sent the seller a bit more money because it's obvious that they would have lost money on postage. So it's been that a couple of times. In fact, I did a video about that once, I think, on like a Brawl and Cure machine. Anyway, right, so. Ah. Cool. Right, okay, so now we're going to add a hole for the potentiometer. The potentiometer's got a less, that's going to fit underneath this, so we can put it here, make the most of the fact that it's, So we're going to lift this up, put this over there. Just going to drill a hole right here. Ha! Dodgy clutch. Yeah, that's not good. Right, lovely. Lovely jubbly. Where's it gone? Oh, I'm starting to get cold feet about eBay. Oh my god, it's 21.25. Holy crud. Okay, I've got to keep an eye on it. Oh my god. I'm starting to decide I don't want it anymore now. I'm like, oh, do I really want it? Don't really need it. I'm just buying all the DD5 so I can sell them in a couple of months when this thing rules. I'm joking. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on it. Don't worry, I'm watching. But just keep on saying eBay for the next 3 or 4 minutes. Just staring at it. I don't know whether I want to bid on it, to be honest. Sort of. Typically, I've gone over budget as usual this month, so I'm always feel a bit guilty about these things. But things just sometimes just turn up, and you're like, ooh. Ooh. Oh, what have I done here? Why is what? Oh. eBay. Oh, got to keep on clicking on the phone. Need the phone ringer, that phone ringer setup ring. Need that phone ringer setup. eBay ring. Ha! Impressive what you do. Is it possible for unstudied people in electronics? I'm an unstudied person in electronics, so yes, of course it's possible to break pointless pieces of equipment. Okay, eBay. We go. Oh god, this is scary. Oh, I've just realised I use this stream, that the phone that I stream with is the best thing for eBay sniping, because you can get it right down to about. I think you could click it even when it hits the 1 second point and just go. But this one, oh, I'm just a bit scared now. It's on my laptop. Right, okay. I'm keeping an eye on it. Gets a lot louder, doesn't it? Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add control voltage into this. This one's going to be weird because I can't remember whether I need to add some protection with the control voltage input, but I'm just going to do it anyway. But 1 second, give me a mo. Okay, so, okay, oh god, I'm gonna, I always write in an odd number that's £1 to £1.50 above what I'd go for, just because, how annoyed would you be? Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. I've won it. Damn it. Oh, that's an awful feeling. It's like, should I have done that? Should I have done that? Well, there'll be a video and I will explain that I won it. I won't tell you what it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise. Okay. Well, it's done. Right, that's the end. I've got to take eBay off my phone now for the rest of the month so I don't go any more over budget. Because I don't want to go over budget. And I'm definitely over budget now. It wasn't that expensive, this thing that I purchased. It's come up to be about £40, but I just don't like going over budget. Right, 1 sec, sorry. Oh, I feel awful now. That's just like this, yeah. So it's a likening experience after this, after other things in your life, you know, when it's just suddenly, and then the sudden feeling of, oh, I don't know. Yeah, well, I've got to buy it now. Okay, I've done it. We can carry on now. £41 over budget. Said that a bit specific, but you know, I doubt you find it. You might. Who knows? Who knows what it's going to be? But it'll be up in a video soon. I have to uninstall eBay for 3 weeks. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, so I've got to uninstall it, or I'll find something else that I can justify getting for a video, and then go even more over budget, and then I won't have any money for beans on toast. Basically, that's not very fun. Okay. Okay, right. So what I'm getting now is I'm getting a jack socket, and this is what I'm going to try and circuit. I'm going to try and add a voltage control to it. No, it wasn't another Teletubby. I'm done with Teletubbies. What is my job? It's a very good question. I don't really know. It's a weird one, and it's very strange. But it's, you know, this is a job. It's a very strange one, and thanks for watching. It makes it all the more possible to do these kind of things. Hopefully, it's helpful for people. It does somewhat pay the wages, but definitely, you know, budgets are budgets. You got to keep. They can't spend too much, or you end up, you know, being skint. So this is why this one's quite a nice, cheap project, and it's also really fun and doable, because, you know, this thing I said at the start, it cost £15, and it's a nice cheap thing. And the thing is you can for me, it's like, I can get loads of, you know, I was sitting doing 2 live streams out of this thing, and it was 15 quid. It's nice and cheap. So, I mean, for me, potentially. And by the way, if you can, it doesn't even need to be £15. Even if £15 is a bit too much, you could potentially, even overall, you can get all the switches and stuff, maybe pay £10 for all of that stuff, or you could even find at a car boot sale. Let's say you find bags of electronic components. You could pick this up in a car boot sale. The going rate for this thing would be £1, easy. £2 maybe. It's just eBay. It's a little bit more, you get the convenience of actually knowing that it's going to turn, you know, it's going to work and stuff. So yeah, it's a fun project. That's the thing, it doesn't need to cost money, this stuff. None of these projects need to cost money. You can, even if you could go to the tip, find some switches, let's say, it might take a little bit more time than purchasing switches off eBay, a bag of new old stock switches. You could go and get these switches, pull them out of random crap. Let's have a look. And you could get more interesting switches, like, there's loads of different types, like, I'm trying to find some ones that have been pulled out, for instance. Like this, look at that. You could just pull that out of, I don't know, just some random thing in a skip. Like, that would be sitting around. Just look, if you ever see something with components on it when you're walking around, just pull the bits off, pop them in your pocket. That might become useful for a circuit bend one day. There's a bigger type, but this one's new. These ones are mains ones. This one's quite cool. You could just use that. It's a flicky switchy thing. This would be from something like a washing machine or something. It wouldn't be from a washing machine, but like, go to, let's say there's a building that looks like it's getting renovated. They will literally chuck out loads of switches like this and loads of wire going into it. Have a peek in the skip. Or like, if you have an industrial estate nearby, let's say you've got an industrial estate, go to the industrial estate, have a look around. A lot of these in the industrial estates, a lot of the companies are independents, so they're actually quite understanding, and you can actually talk to some people high up. Like, there's been numerous times that I've seen something I've liked in a skip, walked in and said, hello, can I take that thing from the skip? Usually they say yes. So just do that. For instance, the last time I did that was even in Allen and Heath, next to a university. I just saw a skip and I was like, I'm going to go and look in there. I found an oscilloscope and a bunch of cool stuff. It was in the day. I said, can I take those? And they said, yeah. Through the tannoy on the front of the office. Right. Anyway, what am I doing? Where's the jack? Okay, so we got the jack socket. But yeah, just make sure you ask sometimes, yeah, if it looks a bit dodgy. But always ask for permission if you can. Like I said in that. So what we're going to do with this is, the first thing, I'm going to wire the ground to ground somewhere. Find the nearest ground. Oh, grounded times. Dumpster dive. Dumpster diving. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm not sure how... Oh, well, that broke quick. Not sure which one. So the thing is We can overthink this and think about what could go wrong, or we could just go for it. So when we look at this circuitbenders.com, did anyone count his amount of hair? What did you say? What looks at what's in my hair? Hair revision. Oh yeah, somebody, I saw that I bent over too far and I'd got because I've got a hairy back of a neck. It's because I'm a really hairy person. I'm just really hairy. I just a little while ago I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let myself be hairy. I might not look hairier on the top, but I'm like, the second you go below the shirt, I'm just like, I'm literally a wolf. It's a bit weird. Well, it's not weird, it is what it is. A lot of people are like that. I just gave up giving a crap, basically. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out, so the jack wires into these two, this one and this one. That's where the potentiometer wires into, and what the potentiometer does is it sends you were the kids in school that had hairy... I think all boys in school... Everybody had hairy legs, didn't they? So these two are where the potentiometer goes. One of these pins goes to the 5 volts. The other one goes to the actual LTC1799 chip. So we've got to turn it around, figure out which one actually wires up. This one wires up to the 5 volts. You can see there's actually a wire, a little line going between them. So this bottom one is what we need to wire this control voltage into. It's going to be a very rudimentary control voltage thing though. So we're going to get a 100k resistor, maybe a 10k. Yeah, I'm going to go for I'm going to go for 100k, just because I am wiring it into 12 volts, and it might break, but it probably won't. What's the worst that can happen? And then we're going to try it and see if we can actually get some control voltage to control the pitch. So what we do is we wire the resistor to the jack socket, which is this wire coming from the jack socket. I'm burning my fingers. And then this resistor is acting like a bit of protection. You could add a diode as well to stop it getting negative voltage, but I haven't. I've done this modification a lot and it hasn't broken yet, so whatever. My fingers. Keep on burning myself. So now we're going to solder onto that bottom leg. So we're going to see what happens. So now I'm going to go and find, I'm going to find an Lfo module. Ow, my finger. Ow. Just going to quickly find an Lfo module. Oh no, I've got this module right here. This will work. So I've got this, this is a voltage controlled envelope generator. But we're going to use this to make a gating envelope. So we're going to solder that in. Potentiometer, sorry, the twisty knobs. So we're going to loop it. If I set it to loop mode, slow it down a bit, you can see there, it's actually, that's the output. So what we're going to do, that's the level of the output. I'm going to get a jack socket. I'm going to wire it over from there into here, and we're going to see if we can actually make the pitch of the drum change with that. So I'm going to turn this down. We're going to plug the output into this wire. We're going to turn it on, making sure the pitch is off first, just to double check it's still working. Plug it in. Going to press play. Right, turn on the pitch. Oh. Interesting. So yeah, it does work, but there's a bit of a weird thing happening. what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do that diode thing. I seem to remember the diode might actually need to be put in. What the diode's going to do is it's going to make an effort at just stopping it getting affected. So we're actually going to get... So the diode, this thing right here... get in focus, you pleb. So the diode, this is... think of this as a one-way waterway, a one-way street. Let's say the electricity is going... doop-a-doop-a-doo. See that black... See that black stripe there? That's like a one-way sign. So it means the electricity can only travel that way. And it won't be able to come back. It's in a simple form. So it's a one-way street for electronics, for electricity. For positive electricity, it'll just go, oh, we're traveling that way. So if I wire it in so the seat control voltage goes in through here, that means that anything that's wanting to go back against it or get sucked that way will not happen, because this is like a one-way valve for electricity. It's a diode. This one is a 4148. Oh, I can't remember what the bloody hell they're called. Yeah, 4148 diode, and they're just a very good signal diode for this project. So if you get a bunch of 4148 diodes, you'll be and if you know, they're just fun. There's a lot of uses for them. So I'm going to solder this. So it's going to go 4148 diode, and then it's going to go resistor. Because why not? So I'm just putting a... So I'm going to remove that again. Pull that off. Put that back on. Get some diode up in here. And hopefully the diode, because it just... I don't know whether this is going to solve it, but it might do. I'm just trying to do dirty fixes here. These are just quick and dirty, potentially not the best way of doing things, but... It's just the simplest in the brute force of doing it this way. So that means, so it goes. So this is just off the top of my head. It's control voltage coming through the jack, going into the diode that doesn't let it come back, and then into the resistor, and then into that. Now, hopefully, I've turned the level down. Yeah. Turn it. Oh, that's why it wasn't working and it wasn't even plugged in. Yeah, well, it's... No, well, it is what it is. There's a modification anyway, and that's completely made me deaf. Right, so there's a control voltage. What we could do with this is we could potentially plug it into a sequencer, and that means we could potentially sequence notes into it. I'm just going to plug it into a sequencer out of shot. We're going to try that again and see what happens. Being a bit weird. Why is that not working? Oh God, not right. Oh, I'm such a plonker. God, there's no end to my plonkerness. I had it wired into the wrong jack socket. Okay, so one sec. God, that's noisy. Okay, so you get the idea. Now it's got a control voltage over pitch. So that's cool. There's a lot of potential with that. It sounds like crap, but there will be magic spots. That's the main thing about it, is you plug it in. It sounds like crap, but it may sound good at some point. Okay, so I'm going to get some hot glue. I'm going to glue that crap down like that. Just like that. And forget about it. Forget about it. So that's just going to not get pulled up accidentally. Plenty of splodge there. So that was very noisy. So now what I need to do is, after that's dried, we get a jack. We find a hole. We drill a hole for the jack socket. Probably put it back to next to the switch. And that means we've got a control voltage over the pitch. So after that, we'll try. Somebody was mentioning about. I don't know what we'll do next. Should it be okay with some reverb? What do you mean okay? It's okay now. I'm joking. What is going on? I just want to see it. You done broke it just like planned. The instrument will be used on a Eurovision entry in the near future. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for this to dry. Ugh. Luckily, it's not Bernie thing. Anyone know why some circuit bend things behave differently with an output jack versus speaker? Well, it's because you're adjusting things. Well, it depends. Like maybe the speaker has limited range, or the circuit bends are after the amplifier. I don't know. Did you even circuit bend a toaster? Increased sticktivity. Right. Okay. So, what's that? Oh. Impedance. Well, yeah, that'll be the thing. If it's, have you used this to control cassette tapes? Yes, it works. You can do this with it depends. There's a couple of I've done it before with a cassette tape. This really dodgy thing. The best thing for me to suggest to do with this mod is just try it. If you're not that if you are, the main thing about it is only mod things that you imagine. If it breaks, how pissed off are you going to be? Like, if you are going to be a bit very disappointed, but you know, you're happy you tried, do it. If you're going to be mortified and you think your life's going to be ruined, don't try the experiment, because these experiments are questionably risky. Because like this, you're sending 12 volts into this. You might want to be a little bit more careful, but it's 9 times out of 10 is fine. But then there's 1 time out of 10 where it's not fine. Well, shit. It's all about experimentation. That's what I think, anyway. Right, so. The amount of things I've broken. Okay, so now we've got that. We're going to plonk this. This is not very neat, but who cares? I'm not putting this on eBay. If I wouldn't put this on eBay. It's awful. Awfully broken. Well, it's not broken, but I'm just trying to make it a little bit fudged. Yeah, that's what I said. There's the 1 out of 10. But the 1 out of 10, you just need to hedge your bets, basically. And just understand that there is going to be 1 time out of 10 that you'll break something. Or there's 2 ways of looking at it. It's a speed thing. 9 times out of 10 you don't break something, 1 time out of 10 you do. Or you take your time and just do 1 of those in the time that you do the 10. Potentially, personally, I'd rather do all 10 than just 1. Oh, I've just got a metal filing in my eye, that hurts. Oh no. How did that get in there? Ah. Oh, bugger. I think it's come out now. Oh! Oh, that's never fun. Oh, I blew it and I didn't shut my eye. What a plonker. Oh. Oh, it's out. Yeah, got it. I got it. Ugh. It's not pleasant. Eye protection, it's fine. Like, who would wear eye protection for blowing things out a bit? I mean, yeah, okay, if you're going to do it, wear eye protection. There we go, news. It's a lot of... Oh, man, you guys. Okay, we're nearly going out. I can feel it. It's on the cusp. Hey! It's out. Woo! Right, so... We got this, we got that. Bish bosh bash. The next step is to keep on getting on with the circuit bends on the other side. So we got this part there. An ex of mine had to go to the hospital with a filing stuck in the white of her eye. That's not very nice. Use a vacuum cleaner instead. Wait for surplus, that's the one. Safety squints, that's what it's about. One time I flicked a match to light it like that, and it flicked back, and it went in the red of my eye. It was well nasty. It was bleeding like it was like green gunk for 2 weeks. It was awful. Okay, so we're gonna carry on with this. Right, where's the wire? So I'm going to fiddle up and try and find a couple more of these kind of bends. Now we got that done. Oh yeah, here we go. So I've gone around this bit, so we're going to have a look at another parts. I'm going to see what... I found that these things don't really do much. They talk to that. The main things around here is kind of cool. Ooh. Oh! That one's cool. Definitely doing that one. So it's between pin 1 and pin 3 on this side. So I'm going to get some wire. Yeah, village people vibe. Oh yeah, it feels like eye bending. I think I might have scratched it when it was in there. Not very nice. Just gotta keep on rocking, and hopefully the pain goes away. So, okay, so we're gonna put this like that. Okay, so I'm going to put another switch on here. There's another thing you can do actually as well, is mess around with the threshold of the gates by adding potentiometers between these points. It's a very, not risky, but sometimes you don't really get the effect that you want, so it's a bit of a weird one. But other times it's really good. But we'll try wire this in. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I think I actually, funnily enough, like I had, there was a pain that I had in my eye for like a year after a bit of metal filing went in there. I think it might have just been in there for a year and never went out. That's what I feel like. That was a good few years ago though, but that kind of just, the pain kind of just disappeared after a while. Should have probably gone to the doctors for that, but I didn't because I'm a flunker. So disclaimer: just make sure, just double check you haven't got anything metal in your eye. Because yeah, whenever I pushed on, like if I had my eyes closed and I pushed on that eye, there was a pain around the back, and I remembered that pain had always been there since a bit of metal went in it. Don't have an MRI. Oh God. That doesn't sound nice. Doing an MRI oh yeah, that's a very good point. Actually, I think I did it. Oh no, maybe I didn't. Maybe I had the MRI just before that. Because, yeah, I knocked myself out on the ice. On the ice skating. Not ice skating, but I was drunk and I slipped over in the snow. Dubba 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 doo. Dubba 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 doo. Right, so we've got to figure out where to put this because I don't know whether I want to take a risk on this because it is very close. However, I could potentially cut these out to make them a bit lower profile. Low profile. That might work. So if we look at this and we go like, snip them down. I push my fingers. Yeah, it does do a good job. It's getting better now. It was basically my eyes been streaming, but I know I got the bit out because I can't feel the bit in there. It's just constantly streaming. It wasn't even, the problem is that kind of thing, like, it didn't happen when I was drilling, it happened when I blew the stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't have worn eye gear for that anyway. I don't think people wear eye gear for blowing things out, do they? Maybe you should just not blow things out. Who knows? Just part and parcel of this thing. Just be careful, kids. Right, where's it? Right, so I'm going to put this. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm not even going to, I'm going to eyeball it. Oh, eyeball it, get it? And just drill. I'm going to do it here. There we go. And I'm going to shut my eyes. I haven't got any... Oh, look at these. I haven't got personal protection, but I've got some damn good strobe glasses for protection from strobes. That feels ridiculous. Oh, who does that? So, right, I've done drilling. Now I'm going to put my glasses on for when I do that. Oh, God. Okay, right. Feeling extra cool in these glasses. They're really ridiculous because they're like really heavy and really thick. Engage safety squints. That's the thing, the safety squints. That's weird because I think I had my eyes closed and then there must have been a bit in my eyelash and it might have just fallen in or something. Oh well, whatever. Well, you can live in a cotton ball. You can live in bubble wrap your whole life. Right, so. Okay, let's pop this stuff. I can take these damn things off now. Look at that. Friggin' awesome. Friggin' coolest. They're the coolest strobe glasses. Top fashion. Zoolander style. Right, so I'm going to solder this on. This is another circuit bend, and I'm just going to keep on adding circuit bends. Right, lovely. Okay, right, so we got that, and then let's just double check. We can sort of cover it. Yeah, there's loads of space. Right, okay, so we've got 3 circuit bends, 1 pitch bod. Well, that was the longest jazz fill I've ever heard. Cool. Right, we've made this pretty sketch, but that's kind of cool. So there was like 3 mods. If you want to, I'll make sure to take a high def picture of this if anybody wants to do these mods. But like I suggest, the best thing for a suggestion for you to do is just try it yourself. Go with this concept of getting a couple of wires, filling around there. This is the most interesting part because it's the sound stuff. This chip, not that interesting because that's just sending a pattern into it. I think personally. So I'm just going to get a couple more, and then we're going to call it quits for this stream. And then, yeah. And by the way, if I would probably do a couple of videos here and there on this video, on this thing. You can play it on the museum and there, but I'll also be making a sound pack like I do for most instruments on the Patreon for all patrons above $2. So 1, 2, 3 down to 1, 2, 3, 4 adds a kind of do 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 do. Sounds kind of funky. The great thing is you mix all of these together. So whenever you do this, you're like you're adding them up. They're all like kind of they get weirder the more you add together of them. If you see what I mean. Right, so gonna get some. Oh, I've got some of this. To solder, been procrastinating. That's good. That's good with the buzz. It sounds as if a car won't start. So I'm gonna get this out. We're gonna add another switch. We're turning 4 up, 3 down. And then, you know, the great thing is there's so many wires going here. Then after you've got a few of them down, we kind of test and see what the points are like between these and add switches between those. You can make it cycle, by the way, but I think this is the thing about circuit bending is you can, I mean, you can get funky and you can hack it, but you would struggle to get more sounds. But there are other sounds in there, and we'll put them up in a minute. You can make it cycle actually with a single switch. Actually, I can do that in a moment. Oh, fudge your neck. One, 2, 3, 4. So somebody mentioned, oh, it would be cool if you could change the sounds. Well, you can. This is pad assign. So how it works is whenever you hit the trigger, if you put your finger down and then you hit that trigger, it changes the drum sound. So what we could do is we can make a switch, make this permanent. So whenever it plays, every time it hits, it actually changes the drum sound as well. Might be kind of cool. So we're going to turn this into a switch as well. Gonna find a switch. So we're gonna do the same. We're gonna make it low profile like that one. Gonna drill a hole. I'm doing them I'm purposely doing them a bit wonky just so it's just a bit free for all. Don't forget your strobe glasses. Ta-dum. Oh dear. Beautiful. Das ist wunderbar. Oh, I could have made it even low profile by not even adding this, but this, if you put a nut on these first, which is what you're supposed to do, if you don't do that and you tighten it up too much, it actually pulls the thread away from the part. Too late. What's too late? What's too late? That's the thing. If this goes wrong, you could just smash it up on stage. Like the rock star you are. Be the rock star within. J'adore. Number 5. So, gonna pop this in. Gonna get funky. I mean, now I'm doing this, I may as well just add, I may as well potentially just, it might not be that entertaining actually. I'm just going to add some, shall I just put a bunch of switches in there now? But I think if I do that, then the payoff won't be that good. So, oh, for God's sake. Oh, baby. I would not have known about this aspect of music without your content. I mean, this isn't really an aspect of music, it's an aspect of horror. Like, why would somebody do this? You know? Hello everybody. Borm Inventions, how you doing? How's it going? Hope everything's alright. Alright. Hello back with mac and cheese, my tea I'm eating right now. What, so you have PG Tips mac and cheese? Lovely. Mac and cheese. Trying to get this on. Oh, for God's sake, I'm really having a crappy time getting this switch together. Yeah. We're gonna put this on. Gonna wire this up, and then we've got 4 bends, and we're gonna turn them all on at once. See what happens with the pitch bend as well. See if it's any funky in the clunky. Funky in the clunky club. So this one is, I'm going to snip it down a bit. It's between 4 up, 3 down on that side. And this makes a sound that goes, hoo, 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 hoo. And then after this, we're going to do the pad assign thing that was mentioned before. That basically, we're going to hardwire the pad assign button from the back or so. We're going to find the traces. We're literally just going to wire it to a permanent switch. So every time it hits, it runs through drums sounds, just because why not? You may as well have the option. The option wasn't there before. Let's make this possible. Right, let's plug this in. See what we've got going on. Cool. It sounds ultimately fudged up. Funky. So we're going to keep on going. Now we're going to do that mod that I said before, which is the pad assign. Double check that's the pad assign. Oh no, pad assign's number 1. So pad assign is this one right here. What we've got to do is we've got to scratch a bit of that. Scratch a bit of that. Pop a wire between it. Where's the scratchy scratchy? Scratchy scratchy 5000. Scratch a bit of that solder mask off. Flat point screwdriver would do better, or a knife. And then find where it goes. Oh God. Oh. Oh, just wire it up here. There's nice wires. We can solder it. We can follow the wires. Follow the yellow silk screen wires. Oh, where's all that? The wire pairs. Okay, so we're going to grab some wires. We're going to grab this. Going to go snippy snippy. He's £110. What's that? Last night I DJ bent my drum machine. Is there a way to change the intensity between them with a pot? This is something we're going to talk about in a bit. There's the pot approach to this adjustment is you can't adjust the intensity. It's not an analog thing. This is potentiometers are actually quite involved to control things that are analog. When you see a potentiometer in a circuit bend like this, that's talking between these two bends, you're basically adjusting the fine line between saturation, and usually you can get away with get the same effect by using a switch and a couple of resistors just to get that teeter toring, because it's usually these so we'll have a fiddle around, but it's you don't always get joy from using potentiometers on circuit bends with these things. But we could go, give it a go. Why am I being a negative Nancy about it? So I'm adding this because that seems to connect up to this bit here. Now I've got to find out where this wire's up to, and this is going to take a little moment. I could use a connector thing, but oh, fudge it. Oh, for God's sake, this is going to be a pain in the ass. So I'm going to, where's my multimeter? Get out your multimeter and let's find. It's going to bleep. No, it isn't. Why is it not going to bleep? So we got a bleep. If I touch this, just double check. Is this even, this, the problem is this isn't even, so I'm going to scratch this. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 up. So we got solder at 6 up. That's where it's connected to. So we got the wires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so this is the pad assign drum. So this means every time we hit a note, every time we hit a drumstick, that drum is going to change sound. And it rotates around. I'm just going to add another switch, because why not? So we've got a switch here. Go low profile again. Actually, we'll drill it again. Oh. And then it might be funky. It's less painful. What's less painful? What did somebody say about being painful? What did Original Simpson? I got a Monotron waiting for CV. Wish I could play drums like this machine. So I'm just gonna put these in randomly. I'm not even really thinking about the order. Remember, kids, you've learned from this stream, always wear your strobe glasses. Lovely. So after this, for this stream, we're going to get one more bend, because I've been going on like forever. Not forever. It's been what? Yeah, it'll be 2 hours then. I mean, I'll see how I feel after the next bend, and then we'll go with it. Go with what we got, and we'll see. We'll see. We'll think about the plan. Right. So. Oh my god. Right. So, plonk this in, huh? Pressure cans? What do you take me for? I'm not that organised. Problem is with pressure cans is it's just like you're literally buying stuff that holds air and then you use it and then chuck it away. It's a bit wasteful. Use a compressor maybe. Just haven't felt the overarching need to have a compressor quite yet. But one day, because a compressor would be awesome. But yeah, those blow cans are like proper, just doesn't make sense. That's the living, like, it's like, I know what I'll do. I'll buy some cans with air, use them up and throw them away. It's a great, what a great thing we have in the world. Right, so, what about those oh no, they don't really work. Right, so we've got the pad assign. Let's see what this does. Let's see how this works. The problem is that you're blowing shavings around with the compressor. The compressor is the way you can buy cans, dollars. Right, so, plug this in. Should be playing. Oh, it's doing it. Ah, that's cool, isn't it? So now every time it hits, it changes sound. We've got a cowbell in there. Turn it off. And then you change it up. Nice. my God, it's noisy. That is really noisy. Okay, right. There's 5 switches, and we've also, don't forget, we've also got control voltage in, so we can play it like a synth, which is good. One more. Then it took over the world and enslaved the world. Yeah, bruh moment when the music machine becomes a simp. Damn, it's possessed. I bet YouTube's content matcher has a scene. Is there a way to shorten the pattern? No. What do you mean shorten the pattern? I mean, yeah, there is. Of course there is. It's just triggering from this, so you can play whatever pattern you want. Like, it's got triggers in, so you just go, like, let's just start another pattern. We'll just go, well, it's officially strange. When I was doing that, I had the idea, I think it would be cool if we were also able to control voltage, control these. That might be the next video. So we may add control jacks into it, so you can turn these circuit bends on periodically. And these would be quite simple to do with a 4066 chip. You could control 4 circuit bends to go on and off with a 4066 chip. Doesn't have a decay control. Where would the decay control come from on something like this? Sounds like a spaceship attempting. What would the decay control do on an aspect like this machine? Maybe maybe an out. So I'm going to find one more bend for today. Let's have a look. Right, let's find this one. I like that because it's like you're pulling out the kick drum. That's 2 to that one. 1, 2, 4, 5. 2 to 5. 2 to 5 up on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire a few in between. And we're just going to keep on going. And then at some point, like I said, I'll do another video of hopefully maybe adding control voltage to some of the bends. That might be kind of cool. That's one, all on that chip it seems. Now I have to beat my head. Nah man, I hold the smoke in, don't waste it. Butt crush. So this is like a high cut butt crush. High cut butt crusher. The high cut butt crusher. So we're going to add the high cut butt crush on this switch. And can you spot the link to post these samples? Can you post the link? What do you mean? There's no samples yet. It's all just... Have you got any date and time in mind for the next live stream? What the next Patreon live stream will be some point this week. I have no idea what the next live stream public will be. It might be this, and I don't know. If I come up with a good enough idea for carrying this on, I may do another live stream on it, or it might be another one. What I'm going to do is I might actually do every month a different circuit bend. I've already got the machine for the next month's circuit bend. So let me know if this format is interesting. I might just do it anyway. I don't know whether it's going to work yet. I need to figure out whether it's useful when it works, whether it's gonna it's worthwhile doing this. Obviously it's for you guys, it might be interesting, so I might just do it anyway. It's a bit of fun, but it's just like whether doing this and then doing an overview video afterwards, talking about it, an edited version, because a lot of people were like, oh, why are you doing a live stream, why don't you edit it? Oh, edit it. So you don't know how long it takes to bloody edit things. It just adds so much more time to the process, and I've already got a project that I'm working on for a video this week, just like doing projects. So a live stream gives you the opportunity to do a project and get it done there and then without having to plan it all out and stuff. You're just going with the flow, and so for some people this format might be of interest. I dig if it's been giving me ideas. You need circuit bend and electric organ. Bend this proposition. Will you do public live if I send you a pocket operator to play with? I've never really played a pocket operator. I don't know. I don't know. Like, the thing is that I'm really bad at doing promises for things like that. So I tend to say no because I like running on my own own kind of like. Like the thing is I kind of work on things that get my attention grabbing thing. I can't what's the word? Guarantee that I'll be 100% into the idea, and then I won't do a very good job of a pocket operator. Never played on a pocket operator before. Actually, I did once, and it was it's cool. I've got one somewhere, and it's a project. I will do it. I'll do it. I'll go and get the pocket operator. We'll do a project on it. Screw it. But not the next one. The next one's going to be extremely sacrilegious. Some people are going to be very offended by the next circuit bend. That's just the way it rolls. Yep, video circuit bending's good. Did one the other day, actually, funnily enough. I didn't do a video on it, though. I just did it for the museum, to sit next to a Tachyons Plus. It's very easy. It's very fun. You should do it. And we could do a video edit. We could do one of those at one point. Since you've been doing the odd relays, would be cool to see a flopper. Of course, the Floppatron thing, but somebody's already done the Floppatron thing. You know, Floppatron thing already exists. That's why I'm trying to do other things. And I did a Floppatron style thing off electromechanical things like 2 days ago. Right, so it's 2 and 5. Yeah. I have got a load of floppy drives. Thank you to an awesome person who's because I've got a project that I've been in the long works for with floppy drives, and it's not a Floppatron. But I know everybody's going to comment, whoa, look at the Floppatron. That's cool. It's like a, are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Yeah. Are you ready, 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 ready? Probably the cheapest way of getting into synths is doing this. Building a circuit bending project. I just accidentally spat on there. That's disgusting. Oh, I've got a bit of a cold, so I did a PCR test about it, and just a little bit. If you saw that, it's minging. And like I coughed and a load of gunk came out. It's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. Oh, Jesus, that was nasty. On a live stream. That's the problem with live streams. You can't really predict it. If this was in the original... a copy of Pocket Copyright. I don't know whether that was a joke. Sorry, yeah, sorry I'm coughing and sniffling all the time in the last 2 streams. It's because, like I said, got a cold. It's definitely a cold as well. hot snot. Right, I'm just bolting the thing down because I'm going to turn it around and I'm just going to play it, see what it's like. Because I haven't actually played it in context. I've only played it from the back. Right, so I'm just going to push this down. See what I mean? It doesn't have to be neat. Right, this is where all of the metal's been going. Oh god. Bloody colds. Just banging all the crap out. Do you ever have drinks around your workspace? Yeah, why? I mean, I've got a drink around my workspace now. I mean, it's an empty Kronenberg can. I've been drinking for the last 2 hours, it seems. I have got two, but I don't know whether I'll ever crack open the second one. Right, so we're at this point now. I forgot to put those bits in, annoyingly, but it doesn't matter because we don't really use this stuff. This is for volume, tempo, and the built-in patterns. But that's why I built this, because you got the jacks in. That blended thing can definitely be used live, a good one. So let's try and see what it does. I want to really give a go with the circuit better, with the control voltage input. So this is what it's about. This. Plug it into the control voltage. So we get this, and we plug it into the control voltage of the BeatStep Pro. Okay, so. So noisy when you do that. It's pointedly disgusting. So I'm going to do this. One sec. I'm just making a random sequence, and then we'll try and see what happens. So let's give this a go and see what it does. And the other cool thing is you can sync that up, because now you've got control voltage in. It sounds disgustingly, horrendously loud. I might even put a potentiometer on the speaker, because I have to cut my ear. I have to shut my ears for that. Like that's the one. If somebody said, Sam, I can give you any superpower you want. You can become invisible. You can fly. I'll be like, can I just have muscles that shut my ears, please? That's what I'd ask for. Because I hate loud noises. I can't stand going to gigs because it's so loud. I'm the goof with the earplugs. Is there a way to automate is there a 3 to 8 multiplexer chips? Lots of Yamaha. No, they don't have. I mean, maybe, but the multiplexers will be coming from this. I mean, what's the point in that? I mean, for this bend, the multiplexer won't be doing much if it's going in from these buttons, and it doesn't. These go directly into the CPU. Do you ever get headaches from sound? No. I just get really tired ears and sad, because it's all just noisy and overwhelming. And light. I hate light. That's why I always hide in the dark. Have you ever received the attention you seek from your mum? Yeah, my mum's very attention. She's a very nice mother. I have sensory processing disorder, so loud noise is extremely painful. Well, sounds like sort of like what I've got. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we got. What happened to the SWTPC? I've still got it. I've got to be honest. I get very, I don't know what the modern word now. I don't like using definitions, but like there's a sort of hyper kind of focus about what I do, and I know that for some reason it quickly disappeared. I got really focused on it for 2 weeks, and it just disappeared. I know it's coming back, so I'm hoping the project will come back, the SWTPC, because it's just sitting there and it feels like a waste. And if it doesn't come back in the next few months, I'm going to sell it basically. the SWTPC. Anyway, let's keep on playing it. Oh, it's an absolute onslaught. So yeah, you get the idea. We've literally just ruined this. So when is your next upload going to be? I don't know. I can't even think what the bloody project is. Oh yeah, it'll be in next week. It's something, a games console music. So yeah, there we go. That's what the end of this thing is. For the museum, rig up something like this with a plug board. The problem with plug boards is I have something like this, is it's just not obvious enough. People don't get the idea. The thing is, this is why I'm a lot of the things you need to think about how to make it work. This won't have a plug board. Switches, immediately people know what they do. You turn them down and turn them on. It'd be great if they're immediately obvious what they do, and there's not many switches that don't do much, and like in different kind of aspects. So this has been made. This has been, like I said at the beginning of this video, the reason why I'm going down this route. I had another plan and a couple of other plans. You could make this all a patch bay, and what you could do is wire all of the address lines onto separate banana jack inputs, and then you could just banana jack on the front. And I've done that a few times, and it's a fun way of doing circuit bending. It's just not very good for being interactive at a museum. People could run off with the plugs, and it's just not immediately obvious how it works. But this, I'm just going to add a load of switches. I may do the next live stream, potentially. I may do another live stream on this where I add jacks to the CV. I may do another live stream adding more circuit bends, or I might just one evening just spend a couple of hours just literally getting like 20 more switches in there, and then just doing a proper video on it. Just be like, oh, look at it, it's absolutely awful. And then find maybe glue some googly eyes on the in the vent holes that I made. And yeah. So yeah, that's it. I hope that was of interest. The less moving parts, the less that breaks. Don't forget the sale of old army radio equipment at the secret bunker next week. Where's that? What's that you're talking about? Oh my god. Don't forget the sale of old army radio equipment at the secret bunker. What? This is news for me. Why did you say that? Oh no! Secret bunker. Radio sale. Oh, god damn it. You don't want to tell me that. I've already gone over budget this month. Oh, no. No. Well, I'm going to look at it anyway. I'll just have to, I don't know, try and sell something. In Yorkshire. No, that's near where my granddad used to live. Secret, no way, because that whole thing inspired, that bunker was like, oh man, secret nuclear bunker. I did not know that. I'll have to look at that. What is it called? Nuclear equipment sale. I'll have to look at that and maybe even head over, because a few of my family's there, and the Lighthouse Museum's there. My grandma and granddad used to work at. Anyway, secret nuclear bunker. Are you sure it's called that? Okay, yeah, I'm going to find that out. I've written it on my own. Right, thank you everybody. This is an absolute awful piece of equipment. You can still use it as a normal drum kit. I mean, you can't use it with the pads, but the pads weren't usable anyway without drumsticks. Well, I'm after old army radio equipment. Look out for is the PSS 560. I have one, and there is a few specific bends that generate a few glitch. Yeah, they're cool. I've done that before. It's just yeah. So we'll, if I find more Yamaha products, I'll be doing this. I'm getting sidetracked now. I will leave in a second. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you can trigger it like that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Are you ready, London? Let's go. Oops. What have I done? Well, yeah, there we go. Okay, anyway, have a lovely time. Ta-ra-di-da. Oh, and have a good one, Dr. Mix. Enjoy it, and everybody. Nice seeing you, everybody. BCE, Olmo Frazzle, Analog Weapon, D5, Ian. Obviously, Dr. Mix. Hello again, Dr. Mix. I said hello, but hello again. Mario Madness, Rhetoric, Original Synth. Nguyen, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name. Nguyen? Ben Vigueri. I hope that's right. Ya Nation, Sam Wilkinson. Chris Corolla Hola, Mario Madness again. Oh, that's everyone. But yeah, cheers everybody. Have a good one. The Instrument Inventor. Enjoy and toodly do. If you want to spend more time on the DD5, try a post capacitor power starve. Okay, yeah, we'll do. Right, yeah. I've done a load of the capacitor ones, so I'll do that as well. Could do that in the second part. LDRs, control voltage over things. And yeah, we'll do that. Have a fun time, everybody. But think about this. Try and open your toys. Battery